Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. The people tried to bring us down. They scheduled 1,000,000 weddings right in a row. But you know what? I talked to my guys. They're like, we can't cancel another week. We got to get the roundtable back. People were rioting in the streets. Some people were trying to shut us down, but we're here. We're back. We're obviously going to run through the card. Some of my favorite guys around the industry, see what they're on, see what's their best bet for the card. And as always, we're going to craft up a roundtable community parlay at the end, which I'll be sure to tweet out at John Kelly DFS. But I'm not going to beat around the bush here because we missed last week. I think we missed the week before as well. So it's been a minute. So we're going to go off to our lead off. It's going to be none other than my guy, Andrew Gomez. Andrew, start us off the right way. What's up, man?
What's up, dude? It's good to be back on the show. The people definitely missed you, so definitely glad to be back for a big card. We got the UFC Long Island card tomorrow, which I will be in attendance at, so near and dear to my heart. And hopefully I will be in attendance watching Dustin Jacoby beat up on Da Un Jung. That is my best bet of the card. I think at distance, Dustin Jacoby is going to beat Da Un Jung very badly. I don't think those garbage trip takedowns that Jung was using against William Knight are going to work here. I think a big cage favors Jacoby. I was shocked at this line movement. I think Jacoby should be a good size favorite here. That's my best bet of the card. Hope you and everyone else watching makes a lot of money Saturday.
Awesome, man. As always, I appreciate your time. Hopefully, Jacoby gets it done for you, man.
Hell yeah. And if you guys see me at the card, say what's up.
There you go. He'll be in attendance. Thanks, Andrew. Good luck tomorrow.
Thanks, bro. See you soon.
All right, moving right along. So Andrew's on Jacoby money line. Lot of line movement in that one. So it's kind of an interesting one there. We're gonna go over to. We're actually gonna skip because Zaid is always late. So I'm gonna put him on blast because I tell this dude like 5 minutes earlier than he's supposed to be on. He still shows up late. So he just popped on now. So what is going on, my guy?
What is going on? Internet issues. That's it. I'm sorry. All right. Don't come at me. My bad.
Hey man, I just pencil you in to show up 5 minutes later than I tell you. So no issues online.
In my defense, it's 6:02. That is the scheduled time. Now it's 6:03. But
you are correct.
Okay, my bad. All right. I got a bet this week that I'm very confident in. We're gonna give out some winners. When I went to Vegas, it was an absolute disaster. Sean Strickland didn't shoot. He decided to kickbox with Alex Pereira. Very bad decision. Lost a lot of money there. Jack Shore, -164 right now. I'm all in on Jack Shore. Just put my money, take it all. He looks so good in his last couple fights. He's fighting with extreme confidence. Very young fighter. I'm looking at his training. He's training really well. Undefeated as an amateur. Undefeated in the UFC. Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt. Great wrestling. He mixes in his strikes really well. And like we saw in his last fight against Timur Valiev, he's a very good fighter, and he looked great against him. You know, his striking was good. His ground game is at an elite level. I think against Ricky Simon, yeah, he won 4 straight fights, but he's fighting guys, Rafael Sensao, who's old as hell, Brian Kelleher, all these fighters that he lost to Uriah Faber a couple of years ago in 2019. Uriah Faber is 40-something years old. I think Jack Shore at -164 right now is a very good bet. He could look -300 in the spot, and that's my best bet.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta say, I don't feel good about this because you have one of the best, if not the best record. I know you and Evan have the 2 best records on the show, and I got 2 units on Ricky Simon. So I'm actually on the other side, dude. And I don't think, I think we've been on the opposite sides twice, and I think you were right both of those times. Yeah. So that's why I'm saying it doesn't make me feel good hearing you're on Jack Shore here. The only thing I'll push back is if he looks -300, I would be flat out shocked.
Really?
Just because I don't think that he's going to be able to have the wrestling success that he's had against the lower level guys. Like Ricky Simone is a high level wrestler, very physically strong. I don't think Shore's going to be able to hold him up against the cage, grab him to the mat, that type of thing. Ricky Simone out wrestled Ray Board. I don't think Jack Shore is going to be able to have that type of success. I actually think Ricky Simon could have some takedowns here, and I think he will have takedowns. So I think Shore would be wise to keep the fight standing because that's where I think he is actually better than Ricky Simon. So if he does that, I mean, hats off to him. But minus 164. I don't know, man. I'm on the other side, but like I said, I feel uneasy now hearing that you're so confident on Jack Shore. And I like Jack Shore. I'm not going to talk smack about him. Both of these guys are great prospects. I think it's one of the more exciting fights on the card.
Yeah, honestly, man, I think his Brazilian jiu-jitsu and his wrestling, I think he could take Ricky down. I mean, we'll see who's right, obviously, at the end of the day, but his striking too has looked really, really good in recent fights. You know, his leg kicks are there, his boxing's crisp. I mean, to me, passing the eye test, for me, I feel like he passed it, and I think he's going to be able to control the fight and cruise to a decision, maybe even get a late submission. Overall, I like him at minus 164.
All right, there you have it, ladies and gents. And I will say, I put up a tweet earlier in the week about this fight because it's one that I have circled and a lot of other people too. And Jack Shore's dad was actually in the comments like, this fight should be on the main card or something like that.
Yeah.
So I thought that was pretty cool that his dad's, ride or dying for him in the Twitter streets.
Yeah, and he should be fighting next week. I think next week's card's in England, I want to say.
Yep.
I feel like I should have put him on that card. It's like, it's a way better fit for him, you know.
And maybe they know Ricky Simon's going to give him that work, you know.
Oh shit, I don't know. We'll see how it goes though. But good
luck.
We'll
see, man. Best of luck. Hopefully you can keep that sharp record intact. Good luck, bro.
Thank you.
Later, man. All right, moving right along to none other than it's my guy Billy Briz. What's up, man?
What's up? What's up? Back on the roundtable. Best bet this week is going to be Emily Ducote at minus 155 on FanDuel. Usually don't like dipping my toes into the women's MMA streets, but 11-year age difference here for the debutante with the 72% finishing rate. I'm a buyer in Ducote this week. I think Jessica Pena's got lucky with some of her results in the UFC so far, and this isn't the first rodeo for Emily Ducote. She fought in the inaugural Bellator flyweight belt. Since moving down to 115, she's 5-1 on a 3-fight winning streak. Feels like a good spot for her. Good parlay piece, good straight bet. A lot of things you can do with Emily Ducote this week. I usually don't give out favorites, but you can do a little bit with this one this week.
Yeah, I can usually count on you to give the big plus money, and you've hit a couple of those too. So don't want to knock those, but I'm with you. I like Ducote. I'm just not as confident, I think, that you are. Like, I didn't bet her. I do think she wins. There are some things to get excited about. Like, I think she's clearly a better striker. You mentioned the black belt in jiu-jitsu. She actually wrestled I know she wrestled in high school. I think she might have wrestled in college too. She should be the better wrestler here. But Penne she's that old vet that could like stick to her like glue. I don't know. I feel like it might get a little bit sweaty. So I don't know if I'd parlay her, but I'm with you. I do think she wins. I don't know. I think I'm going to need a little bit more to sway me on making a bet on her. But as always, Billy, appreciate you. Best of luck tomorrow.
Let's get it. Early card, baby. First fight of the night, so don't miss out.
Love this early time. I mean, you guys know I fall asleep like every other hour on these late pay-per-view cards, even the fight night cards. Like, they're really stretching these out to make them late. So, of course, they do this one at 11 a.m., and I have a wedding to go to at 1:30. So I'm like, it's
kind of good though. I mean, you get to catch a couple of the prelim fights.
Yeah, so I'll be there for the prelims. I'll probably, while the priest is talking, I'll pull up my phone and have it. They say everybody kneel. I'll have my phone on the little kneel thing. But we'll see. Best of luck, bro, and we'll be seeing, bro.
See you
later. All right. Next fight or next guest on the card. We're gonna go to my guy. It is none other than Lou Betcha. I don't know if there's been a hotter guy on the round table.
You bring up Evan and Zaid. You bring up Evan and Zaid's record. I got the longest streak.
Longest streak is correct. So hopefully, it stays intact this week. What you got for us, bro?
So I really wanted to do a money line here, but the streak's been all-time props on your show, so let's just stick with that. Sumadarji, Schnell, under 2.5. It's minus 140 right now. It's totally reasonable. I was going to go Sumadarji in the distance, but it's minus 110. So I may as well take the 30 cents and just get both their win conditions. Schnell's winning condition, of course, is like a sub within 2 minutes before he does something dumb. And Sumadarji, I mean, there are 41 professional fights between the two of them. 6 times fight I've seen scorecards. So, or 8 times, sorry. So I love that. Look, I don't typically like doing it in fights at 125, but I thought Madarji, I mean, we were going to bet him. A lot of people were looking to bet him against Kopp couple of months ago. I mean, so people look at the line like it's pretty wide. It feels like it's wide, but I mean, how many times have we seen the same show where Schnell, he has it and then he doesn't? So
yeah, I mean, I like that look, to be honest with you. Like, that was something in my breakdown where I said, hey, this is probably going to be a bet for me. I didn't bet it yet, but the under 2.5 at -140, I do think the way these guys match up, it dictates to a finish, because Sumadarji, clearly the better striker. We know Matt Schnell is pretty fragile on the feet. Like, the dude's been knocked out multiple times.
a little bit.
Yeah, pretty bad knockouts too. And then on the flip side, it's like Madarji's been submitted in all 4 of his professional losses. Schnell's a black belt. He can grapple a little bit. I don't think he'll be able to sub him. Like, I think it's pretty clear Madarji by knockout's the most likely outcome. But I'm also respecting him enough to say that if he does get the grappling going, then he has a little bit of finishing upside himself. So I like the under 2.5. -140 is not a bad price tag. So
let me give you a good prop too, real quick too, and then I'm out.
Oh, absolutely. I'm hoping that
Lee round 3 KO.
Your streak stays alive here on the under 2.5. But what was the prop?
Lee round 3 KO plus 1,700. He's gonna be the first guy to finish the Kung Fu Master.
Jingling Lee round 3
KO.
What is it? Round 3 KO 1,700. All right, I love it.
Just think about what he's been going through since getting humiliated by Khamzat. He moved to America. He changed his camp. I like his striking. He's younger. He's got the reach. He's got power. One of the few dudes that put away Ponzinibbio, who's not an easy out. I mean, to knock out, it's a gut feeling. And I like his cardio, I think. Round 3 KO plus 1,700. Give me that.
There you have it.
Give me that back, John Kelly.
I could always count on you to throw in the long shot props. The people in the comments wanted the yam bag, so you didn't give them that. You didn't give them a yam bag.
Jacoby Young is your yam bag special.
There you go. There it is. The people have it. Appreciate you, Lou. Best of luck tomorrow, bro.
Good luck, man.
Later, man. All right, moving right along. I want to make sure I'm going in the right order. We have first time on stream. It's going to be my guy Sparring with Reality. You guys may know him as I forgot his name. The kickboxer. Who's the kickboxer that you look like?
Chris Gutierrez.
Chris Gutierrez. I butchered it. I forgot the name, but what's going on, bro?
Yeah, dude. Happy to make the debut on the show. I know it's been a second. I've been an avid listener. Happy to be on for the first time.
Yeah, we appreciate you joining us. Anytime we can get some new faces on here, especially new faces that we know and love and that we respect. So what is your best bet for the card tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm actually going to join Mr. Gombis on Jacoby. I know it's kind of the
really?
plant your flag type of bet. Obviously, a ton of strong opinions on both sides. Categorically disagree with the line movement. I actually bet Jacoby at -130. So if that tells you, I guess, anything about my opinion, I think you should probably be like -200 in this spot in full transparency, let alone a pick'em or an underdog. So obviously, if you waited or you can get it now, I think it's a good look. My general take is I just think it's a semi-levels fight from a technical perspective. I just think Jacoby's much more proven, much more battle-tested. He just has not faced the caliber of striker in a Dustin Jacoby. Also, from a defensive perspective, you look at the guys that Jung's had striking success against. Kadis Ibrahimov, not very good cut now, 47% striking defense. Mike Rodriguez, 6'4", 82-inch reach, 41% striking defense. Sam Alvey, low-volume counterfighter, actually took 2 rounds from Homeboy, actually outlanded him at distance, 53% striking defense. William Knight obviously went out there and made Jung look like Jordan Burroughs, but he landed the same trips. And so I really take nothing away. I actually was on Jung in that spot at +100, probably actually one of my favorite bets of the year, because he looked
amazing.
He looked like -400, but a little context, at least in regards to Knight and that. I mean, go back and watch Knight's regional fight with a guy named Rocky Edwards, who's a regional mechanic, essentially. Dude also held down William Knight. So is it really that impressive? Hindsight 2020? Probably not. Is he going to hold down Dustin Jacoby? Highly doubt it. Kennedy Nchekwu, another crazy long guy, 6'5", 83-inch reach, 51% striking defense. I just bring those points up because I keep hearing people say that, oh, well, Jung's longer, he's going to be bigger than Jacoby and whatnot. It's like, I think still categorically Jacoby's defense is much better. We're also in a big cage, which completely aids Jacoby, a guy who likes to play the outside, lots of footwork, a lot of lateral movement. So to me, I don't want to say Jung is KO or bust, because I think he could have big moments to potentially win rounds. But in terms of who's winning minutes in this fight, I think it's pretty evident it's going to be Jacoby, because I think it's just a massive step up from a technical striking perspective. I also spoke with a couple individuals too who are credible, because I was curious about why this line moved, and I was nervous that it was an injury. I've spoke to a couple people. Apparently that's not the case, and Jacoby's good to go in that capacity. So apparently he's not hurt. So unless there's somebody who knows something else that I don't know how you can watch the tape on this fight, run the numbers on this fight, look at the historics of this fight, look at the stylistics of this fight, and tell me that it's a coin flip. Like that it does not make sense to me. Am I saying Jacoby's a lock? No, I'm not. I think Jung could knock him out. He's a big dude. He's powerful. Could he win rounds based on power shots? Sure. But does that put him at a pick'em or a favored over a guy like Dustin Jacoby? I haven't really seen any valid arguments as to why that's logical. That's just me.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great breakdown. Basically, and I said this in my breakdown too, coming into the week, I thought I was going to be on Da Un Jung at like plus 130, plus 135 or whatever it was. And the more I looked into the matchup, the more I kind of came away with a lot of what you said is like, you know, Jacoby's going to be winning the striking outside of like a big moment by Da Un Jung. And then, yes, Da Un Jung could theoretically take him down, but we know Jacoby's good at working back to his feet. It's not like he's going to be able to lay on him for extended minutes here. So I basically came away from it just passing on the fight because I felt like I liked Jung's upside in terms of like power upside, younger, improving, and Jacoby is sort of like that boring, you know, kick his legs to win a 29-28 decision. So it's like the upside is probably on Jung, but if the fight plays out at range, like I feel like you have to favor the kickboxer and Dustin Jacoby. So that's why I ended up passing on the fight. But the line movement certainly made me think that, hey, Jacoby came into his last fight. He said afterwards, like he didn't throw a leg kick because he was injured. But you saying that you talked to somebody that maybe is close to his camp or whatever, saying that he's fine, you know, I don't know, man. Plus money on Jacoby here. It kind of seems pretty tempting, but I don't know if I'm going to get involved just because it just seems like it's a little sketchy here. But it's your first time on the show, so in case you didn't know, you said you watched before, but when multiple people put the same bet out there, then technically confidence increase for the roundtable parlay. So my hands might be tied. We might be riding with Jacoby, your boy, this weekend.
For sure. And I guess the last thing I'll say, and then I'll definitely get going because I know you got more people to get to. But the two main fights that have been sketchy for Jacoby were obviously the Kudalaba and Grisham fights. Both of those were in the apex in the smaller cage, right? So yep. I do think the bigger cage is going to play a factor here and help Jacoby even be more mobile than he already is.
I completely agree. And best of luck to you, bro. I know you've been pretty hot lately. So hopefully this is the first of many winners on the roundtable. Best of luck. And we'll see you next time, man.
Thanks, bro. Peace.
Later. All right. Moving right along. That's 2 on Dustin Jacoby. And I know a lot of buddies of mine that are on the Da Un Jung side. They might not be on this show, but it seems like, you know, people are kind of split on that one. We're going, it's none other than my guy, Evan. One of the best records on stream. What's up, man?
What's going on, man? Good to see you. I'm on Dustin Jacoby as well. It's not my best bet, but, you know, for the sake of parlay purposes, I have a bet on Dustin Jacoby minus 138 or whatever. So we're all getting screwed on CLV, but maybe this time it plays in our favor. My best bet, though, John, I've been on a cold streak. You wouldn't know because it's wedding season and you've been busy, and it is what it is, all good. Last few weeks have been rough, man. I don't want to ever speak Ricky Tercio's name again. That was brutal last week.
I did see that.
I shout out to Aaron Waters show. I got the candles going, man. I'm manifesting a winner this week, changing the juju, turning it around. I'm drinking a Corona seltzer in honor of the main event tomorrow. And I'm going with Brian Ortega. Minus 170, my best bet. I'm on him at minus 165. Guy should be minus 250. Okay, I'm tired of this Brian Ortega disrespect. All right, Yair Rodriguez is flashy. He's this, he's that. His game is not practical at all. He's a friggin' meme. Okay, I don't care that he had some moments against Max Holloway. His grappling is literally insulting. It is so piss poor. I can't even. He's fighting the best grappler in the division. It doesn't make any sense. This line is 25 minutes, There's no way that Brian Ortega does not snatch up a submission. I played the submission line at plus 470 when it dropped on FanDuel. Right now, money line is good for me, minus 170. Brian Ortega, all right, he had some moments against Max Holloway, who is breaking records for most strikes absorbed of all time. He beats up Jeremy Stevens for 2 rounds. Jeremy Stevens has a losing record in the UFC. And then Stevens shoots a takedown in round 3, dominates him in round 3. He is 1 second away from losing to the Korean Zombie. Literally 1 second. I'm not calling it a fluke, but 1 second away. That elbow, that doesn't happen in real life. And then against Frankie Edgar, he got absolutely smashed. Lost every minute of that fight for the 2 rounds it lasted until his eye completely shut. His grappling is so insulting. If there was anybody in the top 5 or top 10 of featherweight that I would want to match Brian Ortega up with to get him a win, it would be Yair Rodriguez. So I'm real big on T-City. He's coming out tomorrow. He's landing takedowns, and he's going to snatch up a sub. And I think he's going to make it look easy. So that's my best bet. Time to turn it around, man. Ready to go on another heater.
My guy Evan coming in hot. I gotta say, I do agree, man. I like Brian Ortega here. I haven't bet him, but come tomorrow, I'm back in PA. I'm with the boys. Actually, not tomorrow. I was with the boys last weekend, but just being in the area, I'm gonna be firing off some DGen bets the day of. That might be one of them, man. I missed the early sub numbers. I think plus 470 or take a submission. I mean, that's a hell of a bet. That's the best way to play this fight. But I'm totally with you. I don't trust the takedown defense of Yair Rodriguez. He was taken down multiple times by Max Holloway. The dude he basically took himself down. He throws so much spinning stuff and kicks. Ortega can catch a kick. He can time a double leg on one of his spinning attacks when he's off balance. I think there's going to be multiple takedowns here. If he needs multiple takedowns, he may only need one before he finds the choke. I think Ortega's next level on the mat. I know Rodriguez has never been submitted, but I think Ortega is going to threaten him enough until he gets it. So I'm totally with you, dude. I like Ortega in this spot. You're the only guy that's mentioned him so far, but I'm hoping somebody else does and we can get him in the parlay, because I do actually think I feel pretty confident he wins this week. So hopefully your record stays hot and you continue to have the most wins on stream. I don't have the banners up this weekend because I'm away from the lab, so I didn't load it. But I think you were 8-1 the last time we did this.
I'm 8-2.
So I don't know if 8-2. Yeah,
now. I forget who I gave out last time, but I lost. So,
but either way, most wins
starts now. T-City, let's go.
There it is. All right, appreciate you, bro. Best of luck tomorrow.
All right, man. Good luck.
Thanks. All right, moving right along. Couple more guests left. We're going over to my guy. It's the Couch Warrior. He doesn't have his Viking hat on today. He's rocking with Ralph Lauren. Oh, is he whipping it out?
Anything
there
for you,
it
John.
is. Let's go. Let's go. What's your best bet tomorrow, bro?
So I just wanted to mention I'm on Jacoby too, if that helps. I got him at plus money though, so that was nice. But that's not my best bet,
man.
My best bet is I'm going with Shane Burgos here. I'm seeing he's minus 162 now, so you're paying a little bit of chalk, but I just think he's better everywhere here. In the striking, I think he's better. He's got that 6-inch reach advantage, better competition without a doubt. I mean, you look at Jourdain's last 5, right? It's Lando Venado, who's decent. I'd say he's pretty good. Ewell going up from 135, questionable. Lost to Erosa. War with Marcelo Rojo. Draw with Josh Kulabau, And then, meanwhile, Burgos' last 5, Quarantillo, Barbosa, Emmett, Amirkhani, Swanson, So definitely an advantage there. And, yeah, I just don't see what Jourdain can do. Can he grapple him? No, I don't think so. He's never gotten a takedown. He's shot for them. He's just never gotten them. So I do like Burgos here. And I'm not that scared of the Jourdain power either. He does have good shots, big power shots. And he's good. I'm sure he'll land some stuff. But, what is he going to do that Barbosa didn't? What is he going to do that Emmett didn't? And I don't think Burgos' chin is gone either. I've heard that a few times this week. But, I think he's all right.
Yeah,
so,
I mean, I certainly. What's that?
I said, so Burgos for me, my fault.
Yeah, no worries. I mean, I like Shane Burgos myself. Undefeated in New York. I know that stat's been flying around.
6-0.
Shout out to my guy Ozzy and John Martian. I know they mentioned it on their pod. I think Prodigy MMA had a tweet out there earlier in the week. So a few people put that little nugget out there. And I do think it's real, right? Like Burgos reps New York. Like he's definitely like, there's some fighters that like probably isn't much of a big deal. He's one of those guys that really like it matters to him. So I like Shane Burgos, not because of that, just because I think he's a better fighter. He's going to pour on more volume. I think he's more powerful. I don't think his chin is gone, but I don't want to breeze over the fact that like his durability is still a concern just because of the style that he fights. Like he's eaten so many punches. He's been knocked out before. Obviously the scary knockout against Barbosa is the one that
his body turned off over there.
Yeah. So, I mean, stuff like that is obviously never good to see. But if it's the same Burgos that we know and love, like I kind of think he just runs through Charles Jourdain in what should be like a pretty exciting fight either way. But I like it, man. I like Burgos money line in his hometown in New York. Best of luck to you, man.
You too, brother.
Thanks. Later. All right, moving right along. 2 guests left. We got my guy. It's J Frick 87. What's up, Josh?
What's up, John? How are you?
Not too bad. How's it going?
So Evan kind of stole my thunder. He's the only one that I've heard talking about Ortega yet. I love Ortega this week. I think Ortega by sub getting it plus 200 is absolutely amazing. I mean, getting it earlier in the week at plus close to 400 would have been nicer, but coming down to closing line. So plus 200 on Ortega looks really nice. And then I think you can go with the couples thing and get Watterson in there with Ortega as well. I like Watterson by decision at plus 380. I mean, Lemos hasn't really impressed me. Look what rewatching the Angela Hill fight, then rewatching the Watterson Angela Hill fight. Like Watterson looked way better against Angela Hill, who's a UFC veteran, like who's been in the ring with a ton of girls. So I think there's a ton of value on Watterson, either straight up or Watterson by decision at plus 380 is, I think, a great number. There's going to be the more volume. She's going to have more takedowns. Lemos is power dependent and kind of is going to stick away, and she can catch her with a punch, but we haven't really seen that yet. So
you had me at Ortega. You lost me on Michelle Watterson, bro. No, I mean, I get it. Like there's a lot of people, like some sharp people are on Michelle Watterson here. I get the argument that the line is probably a little bit wide. I'm not personally going to go there. I do love the Brian Ortega spot. Are you only on the sub or are you on the money line?
Well, the money line as well, but I think the sub getting it pretty much flipping the line and getting plus 200 at it. As soon as Ortega takes him down, I think it's going to be after one takedown. I think he's going to finish him. So getting a buy sub, I think, is absolutely great.
Yeah, I'm with you. I just want to make sure because Evan was on the money line. So the fact that you're on the money line too, now we got 2 people on it. Now we have a good case for the Roundtable parlay. But yeah, I mean, the Watterson thing, I'm not getting involved in it. I think Lemos wins round 1 at a really high clip. She's just super powerful. I think Watterson has the grappling edge and the cardio edge. I just don't trust her to be able to do enough to take rounds 2 and 3 convincingly, I guess. And that's my like kind of concern on backing Watterson. But I mean, I'm not going to knock anybody. Dogs in WMMA have been hot fire lately, and we've seen Lemos like that Angela Hill fight, like you mentioned, like she slows down. There are holes in her game, so it wouldn't be the craziest thing. I just think there's personally better underdogs on the card. That's all.
Well, I think Brian's probably been rolling around with her besides in the bed teaching her some things. So I think she has a good chance. And if you let Angela Hill take your back and look ugly when Angela Hill's taking her back, like I would hate to see somebody hanging out with Brian Ortega take your back.
All right, Josh, best of luck tomorrow. And we'll see you next time.
Thanks, John.
Later, man. All right. And we do have our last guest. I wasn't sure if he was going to join. I believe he is tailgating. Dylan, are you with us, bro?
Dude, yeah, I don't know if you can hear me. I'm at a Thomas Rhett concert right now.
Nice.
I got 3 bets for you right now.
Okay, let's
hear it. First bet, Emily Ducote, minus 150.
Second
I think this is Jessica Penn's goodbye party. I think she's going to hang it up after this.
Yeah.
Second bet, Bill Algeo should not be minus 210 against anybody in the UFC. Herbert Burns is my bet there. Plus 180, I think I got him at, or plus 175.
Okay.
And then my third bet, Viva la Mexico, baby. Ricky Simone and Yair Rodriguez. Parlay.
You had to throw in the parlay. I thought you were going Ricky Simon. I wanted my boy to get some love.
Well, okay, you know what? I'll just go Ricky Simon. Just know I got a parlay with him and Yair, too.
All right. I like it.
Yeah, that's all I got. I'm tailgating right now. I don't know if you can hear me, but.
Yeah. Appreciate you, bro. Best of luck and enjoy the concert, man. Looks like fun.
Thanks, man. Take care.
Later, bro. All right. So that's all our guests for this week. Obviously, we usually do this Saturday at noon of each fight card. Tomorrow's fight card is an early start time, 11 a.m., and I have a wedding to attend, so I wasn't going to be able to do it tomorrow. We had to cancel last week, and I think even the week before, so I didn't want to cancel it again. So that's why we went with the Friday night stream. Didn't have as many of our usual guests because people obviously are busy on Friday nights, but definitely appreciate the people that were willing to hop on and give us a few minutes of their time. So for those that don't know, basically at the end of the show, which is now, we go over everything that was given out on the show, things that were mentioned multiple times, even if I don't necessarily agree or like them myself or bet them myself. The point of this show is to take what was mentioned the most and use that in a roundtable community parlay. So my hands are tied on Dustin Jacoby. Like, I am not confident on Dustin Jacoby, but he got way more love than I was expecting to see, I'll be honest. And like Andrew Gomez sparring with reality, like those guys are super sharp. Evan said he's on Jacoby too. Couch Warriors on Jacoby. Like, he literally got 4 or 5 people to mention him. So I think the first one is going to be Dustin Jacoby. I don't think there's really any argument against it, even though I'm personally not that confident, but we're going to go with Dustin Jacoby money line as the first leg. Let's see what else we got. Zaid's on Jack Shore money line. Nobody else mentioned Jack Shore, and we did have a Ricky Simon mention at the end, so we can kind of cancel that one out. I'm obviously on the Ricky Simon side, but didn't get enough love for the parlay. I think we might have to add Emily Ducote, and that's another one. Like, I feel like this week is going to be like, we're either going to look like geniuses or we're going to like 0-3 whiff. And I don't think we've ever had an 0-3 on the roundtable. It's usually we miss by 1 leg. And now we're starting off Dustin Jacoby and I think Emily Ducote, because Billy Briz is on Emily Ducote and Dylan mentioned Emily Ducote. And I think that was one of the few that was mentioned multiple times. I think we go Jacoby, Ducote. I really like lose under 2.5 in Sumadarji fight, but he was the only one that mentioned it. We have Burgos was only mentioned once. Ortega. I mean, that's literally our only choices. We didn't have as many guests this week, and so there's not as many things to choose from. The only ones that were mentioned multiple times were Jacoby money line, Emily Ducote money line, and Brian Ortega money line. I feel like that's not going to be good enough odds. Let's see what we're working with. As always, I'm going to pull up FanDuel. If we need a 4th leg, though, feel free to put what you think it should be in the comments in case we need to add a 4th leg here. But I'm going to add them all up. We got Brian Ortega money line. What else? Ducote and Dustin Jacoby, who is now plus 100. So okay, so Ortega, Ducote, Jacoby. Oops, I deleted Ducote. Is plus 410. We usually like to get like plus 6, plus 700, something like that. What's like a safe 4th leg? Because I feel like we're getting kind of risky. Ducote, UFC debut against an older vet. Jacoby against this massive line movement. And then the only one I really feel really good about is Brian Ortega, to be honest. Under 2.5, Sumadarji, Ortega inside the distance, Jacoby. I like that more, honestly. What if we, as a 4th leg, add what is Simon Shore goes the distance? I know it wasn't mentioned. Minus 200. I mean, that puts us up. I mean, do we think we see a finish there? Like, I don't. Add the Sue under 2.5. All right, we can do that. I mean, that was mentioned at least once by Lou. 2 people in the chat said Sumadarji, Matt Schnell under 2.5. Let's see what that's got to boost it pretty decent here. Round props. Under 2.5 on FanDuel's minus 148. So, all right, now we're talking, boys. We got a Ducote money line, Jacoby money line, Ortega money line, and Matt Schnell, Sumadarji under 2.5. It's a 4-leg parlay, pays out plus 754. So we're getting some pretty decent plus money there. Like I said, I might pump the brakes on getting as confident. Like there's been people in the comments. Sometimes, I appreciate the confidence in the roundtable, but sometimes people are throwing a decent amount of money on these. I would say maybe cut in half what you usually play this week. Just my personal opinion. I still am going to play it, obviously, but I'm just saying, like Ortega, I feel really good about. I like the under 2.5. Ducote, I think, wins. And then Jacoby fight, I don't know, man. I just feel really weird about that line movement. And just because I didn't have a super strong take, but we'll see. I mean, we're riding with our guys. That's going to be it, guys. The 4-leg parlay, Ducote, Jacoby, under 2.5, Matt Schnell, Sumadarji, and rounding things out in the main event with Brian Ortega. 4-leg parlay pays out plus 754. As always, I will make the graphic, tweet it out on my Twitter at John Kelly DFS. Do me a favor. Check out my YouTube at John Kelly DFS. I do a weekly breakdown video for DraftKings and betting as well. I also did the premium podcast with Brett Appley this week. Check out his website, Daily Fan MMA, and you can hear us basically talk all about DraftKings for over an hour on that podcast. So yeah, much appreciated, guys. Best of luck tomorrow. Should be a fun card, and it's a day card, so I'm going to stay awake for it. So best of luck, and we'll see you guys next time.